Wake up. Wake.
Who's this? Who is speaking to me? Are you an angel?
Angel my ass. Get out of bed, you spoiled little brat. School starts in 30 minutes.
Well, that angel was seriously
Hibiscus.
Damn, I don't want to go to school. Maybe I can trick her into thinking I already left for school when she doesn't find me up here. Oh boy, our attic is such a mess. Haven't been up here in ages. Should be safe though. Don't think Mom will look for me up here. Let's have a look and see what we can find.
The heavy lid of the chest slides open as Hibiscus pulls at it with all his strength. Inside there are lots of books, letters and newspaper. One particular newspaper draws Hibiscus' attention. Local scientist disappeared without a trace. Local scientist Roland Red has gone missing since Saturday, June 21st. According to his wife, he was last seen at their apartment on Vermont Avenue in Anaheim around noon. A few hours later he could no longer be found, and even the police forensics experts who had been alerted could not locate him the following day. His wife put this on record as being completely atypical of her husband. She stated that Roland had given no indication that he was planning to leave. According to the police, they cannot rule out the possibility that Roland Red was the victim of an abduction, but there is no evidence for this yet. Also, it needs to be clarified whether the disappearance of the acknowledged quantum physicist is related to an earthquake that alarmed Vermont Avenue residents in the early evening the day of the disappearance. So the investigation will continue. The police asks all fellow citizens who have something to contribute to the clarification of the case to turn to their nearest police station. Roland Red leaves behind his wife and their 4-year-old son Hibiscus.
What is this? Mom always said Dad died in a car accident, but this states he went missing 10 years ago. What is going on here? I better show this to Mom and let her explain. Good morning, Madame.
You are late. What on earth did you do up there? School starts in half an hour. Get ready already.
Sure thing. Why do we live here in Anaheim?
Your father took a job here 10 years ago and we bought this. A short time later you were born and a few years later your father was gone and it was. As a single mother, moving was out of the question. I had enough to do with keep. Don't you like it here?
It's pretty dull here.
Dull is good. Hibiscus.
Tell me about Dad.
Where does this come from now?
Just thought about him this morning.
Well, your father was a great man. His only two passions were his family and his scientific work as quantum physicist. He was internationally recognized in the world of science and at the end even nominated for the Nobel. But don't be fooled, Hibiscus. His greatest making was you. He was thankful every day since.
Where is he?
You know where he is. He died in a car. Since then it's just the two of us.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm your mother and find your questions at this fine morning even stranger than yesterday's.
Tell me about yourself.
If you then finally shut up for the day. My name is Kate Red. I am 38 years old, a widow, and live with my son Hibiscus in this apartment, and my eye color is green. My social security number is 342460954 and I prefer to drink black. Do you think I forgot anything important?
Your little snoring problem.
I don't have a little snoring problem.
Sure. To be honest, that was a pitiful introduction. Our readers won't be satisfied. Your son. What's his name? Hibiscus. He sounds like an awesome lad. Maybe next time we do.
What readers? Oh, never mind. And yes, I guess my Hibiscus is rather okay, but mad as his father for sure.
Why do I have to go to school?
Not again this debate, Hibiscus. Look at it this way, even in our world, good grades are still the only way to start. It's like a law of nature. You can't stand again.
Maybe I don't even want to live in such a...
Well, it's the only one we have, so deal with it.
I'd like to take a look and get...
I don't think that's a...
Why not? I'd like...
Okay, but I don't think you will be satisfied.
I'd like to take...
I already told you not before school.
I'd like to take a look and...
I already told you not before school.
Good morning.
You are late. What school starts?
Sure thing. I'd like to take a look.
I already told you not before school.
Mom, I
knew this day would. Hibiscus, please. No one knows what. He disappeared mysterious. He.
Please don't cry. If nobody knows what really happened, we can't be sure he abandoned her. Can you tell me what happened?
Sure, honey. Roland was in uproar that day. But he did not mention that he was planning to leave. Then he went in his study room to work for a few hours.
He worked on Saturday?
Yes, often. The life of a scion. He would sometimes wake up in the middle of the night, run into. He was always at work, at least.
What happened after he went into?
A few hours later there was a man. After I got you out of harm's way, I went upstairs. I screamed his name, searched the whole. I never saw him again.
The newspaper article mentions an investigation. What do you think?
I heard the theory in those days, but I wouldn't know anyone.
Maybe it was no hate crime, but they wanted Dad's research.
Your father was a brilliant scientist, but I dashed his research, so no, I don't think an abduction took place.
The newspaper article mentions an earthquake that...
Yes, we had lots of strong earthquakes at that time. The ground was shaking as if there was an eruption.
Oh my, that sounds horrible. Mom, can I have the key?
I don't think this is a good idea.
Please, Mom. Maybe I need to know what happened.
Fine. I can't stop you anyways. Take the key.
Key opens door. It's a natural course of events. A radio from the 50s with an LCD touchscreen? No way. Let's see what Duroc thinks about my badass knife. Take this, Paul. There's a notebook hidden in the hole in the wall. I better take it with me. I wonder who put it there and why.
June 20th, 2009. Whoever finds this, it is probably because something bad has happened to me. In this case, be aware I have taken precautions. The research I'm doing is extremely dangerous and may under no circumstances fall into the wrong hands. 2 years ago I made a breakthrough discovery. I managed to open a door through space and time. Originally, we could only send radio waves through it, but not anymore. Meanwhile, the bridging device can transport matter through space and time, which will enable us to personally travel between dimensions. I supervise the research day and night, because I watch with rising concern as the multinational group that finances my research is carrying out ever more invasive actions in anticipation of a pending commercialization of the technology. Meanwhile, I regret so much, but there is no way back. May reason prevail and may my invention not plunge the world into chaos. In quiet desperation. Roland Red. P.S. More information about my research is hidden in my computer. The password is derived from the initials of the person who is still the true inspiration for all of my work. Anaheim, December 22, 2008. Today we finished work on the bridging device, or as we call it internally by its project name, the Überbrücke. The Überbrücke is capable of bending space-time by creating an artificial axial gravitational quantum anomaly. Such an anomaly would usually only occur under extreme gravitational conditions, like in the gravitational fields of neutron stars, black holes, or shortly after the Big Bang. But we were able to induce it artificially within a crystal of niobium and phosphorus, a so-called whale metalloid, by applying a magnetic field to it and generating a temperature gradient in the crystal. In the next couple of months we will run the machine in simulation mode, to see if we can achieve what we were ever longing for. Anaheim, May 14, 2009. As simulation 3.14 showed promising results, we tried sending radio waves with very short wavelength and tremendously high frequencies, THF, so-called T-rays, through the breach. It was an utter success. At a frequency of exactly 1954.236 GHz, the terahertz radiation penetrated the breach and we were able to transmit the David Bowie song Starman into the other dimension. The bridge was stable for almost 20 seconds until it collapsed. This day will go down in history as it opens up a new era of mankind. Interdimensional travel is within reach, it seems. Anaheim, March 3, 2009. The simulations of the last months indicate the Überbrücke is indeed capable of ripping breaches, also known as wormholes, in space-time. Those breaches can be as large as houses or as small as microbes. The more power we apply, the stronger the electromagnetic field applied to the whale metalloid gets, and the bigger and more stable is the resulting breach. The simulations suggest the facility needs the power of a small town to open up a breach the size of a penny. So we will request additional resources for building our own power generation grid capable of delivering the required current. We surely do not want official authorities mingling with our affairs just because of our high electricity bill. Roland Red.
Hey Roland, I just evaluated the latest simulation results and I think Mark is right. We should now be ready for the next step. I know you still have concerns, but we should not wait any longer. Bill in accounting messaged me last week. There will be severe consequences if we don't reach milestone 5 by the 7th of August. Please grant your clearance so we can proceed. Best regards, Jeff.
Dear Mr. Red, we haven't heard from you in a while. It seems you also have instructed your employees to keep quiet about the status of the project. Let me emphasize, the board members and especially the chairman are very concerned at the moment. Please give us an immediate status update so we can assess the situation at hand, otherwise we will be forced to send our own observers. We need to know what's going on. Yours sincerely, Dan Simmons. To all personnel of our North American high-security facilities. From now on, access to all areas is restricted by the following key codes. Green 9, Orange 6, Blue 5. Unauthorized disclosure of these codes will be persecuted according to civil and criminal law.
Knew you could do it, son. Listen closely. Trapped here, you have to find me, open the breach. Find the entrance in my study room. The key is the principles of quantum mechanics. Hurry, Hibiscus, they can track this signal, they will come after you. Not much time left, the world is at stake.
What the fuck was that? The voice called me son. Was it Dad who was speaking to me? What's going on here? And what's with that key in the study room? Fuck, what now? And Earth. Oh my god, that was Mom's voice. I should check on her. Hopefully she hasn't been injured by the earthquake. Mom, what happened? Are you okay? Who is that man?
Hibiscus. You.
You monster, why did you do this?
Come to me, little man, I will show you.
Hibiscus, you must run away.
Mom, I'm so sorry. That thing just killed Mom. This must be some kind of bad dream. I need a it has to be a nightmare. This can't possibly be. Keep calm, Hibiscus. Let's try to escape this madness. Think, what is to do? Let's see what that voice meant with the keys, the principles of quantum. That book looks like the others, but underneath there is this star and I'll flip it. I mean, who can be trusted, if not the voices from the note? At the moment, not even this surprises me anymore.
Alright guys, welcome back to another Steam Freedom.
Okay, let's try to divert that laser. Okay, let's try again. Okay, let's try again. Yes, the door unlocked. Oh, my God! A secret laboratory below our apartment in the most boring town of the world? Seriously, what was Dad thinking? And what's next? Mutants? Aliens? Sickest dream ever, that's for sure. nothing else matters if he gets his hands on me. I'm done for. Whatever it is. Huh, what was that noise? Nothing else matters if he gets his hands on me. Whatever it is. Huh, what was that noise? Damn, now he's out and nothing else matters if he gets his hands on me. I'm done for. Whatever it is. Huh, what was that noise? Damn, now then nothing else matters if he gets his hands on me. I'm done.
What have you done? I am the breach keeper. You can't escape your doom.
We'll see about that. I see you now. What am I? Impressive. Looks like Dad's new rubber work doesn't too. But where the fuck am I? Whatever it is. Huh, what was that noise? Damn, now he's out and nothing else matters if he gets his hands on me. I'm done for.
What have you done? I am the breach keeper. You can't escape your doom.
We'll see about that.